afterwards, and he passed out, and he woke up again. Yeah, that's
Where did
quite.
he wake up? In
Obviously,
hospital?
no, just in the same place.
Oh,
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. In the same place. He's all right now, so don't. You know, you can all laugh now because he's all right now.
All right, great,
on the road.
great. Good news.
On the road to recovery.
Good news about the recovery as well.
Yeah. What was your first ever job, mate?
My first ever job. Yeah, that's interesting. You know those times when my dad used to take me to his office and force me to stay there all half term? Does that count as a job?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say so.
Nah,
but maybe.
I don't think it counts, mate. I'm just being salty. That's all. Salty.
You kind of didn't like apply for that job, did you?
No, I didn't. My first job.
Yeah.
Okay, does this count? You remember we did work experience? Like they told me to come back during the summer holiday, so I think that was my first job in the summer holiday after year 10.
Okay, what was that?
I was like a messenger, parcel delivery, like secure document delivery within the city. So, mate, I was going into like the Bank of England. I was going into the stock exchange. I was on Threadneedle Street. All of these like places where a 15-year-old black kids out of South London shouldn't or wouldn't usually have access to. I just had that pass. Basically.
Oh wow, 15, that's quite good.
Yeah, it was before like they had like email up and running really well. So, you know, like 3 or 4 times a day, I would be handing over like secure documents. Even if they did have email, they want the actual real version of the document, if you get what I mean. For all the transactions and the stock and whatever that they're swapping over. So yeah, I'd bring in these secure, massive plastic envelopes and take them from one place to the other. Yeah, it was quite official, you know. It was quite official.
I did something for a few months. You know, it was like a lawyer firm, and I had to do something similar, like just give documents.
Yeah,
and I had to go to the courts.
Exactly. Yeah, it sounds similar.
Like barrels of what do you call it? Papers for the trials.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, because you think now you can just send it or like electronically.
Attachments will all be attached.
Yeah, we had to go in like wheelbarrows and just.
But how secure were those documents? Did they like seal up the boxes, or was it just?
They were just in boxes. Yeah,
but you could just open it and start reading if you wanted, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you could have. Yeah, definitely.
No, these envelopes had some secure tag, so like if I'd popped it open to read what I was carrying. They would know by the time I got to my destination. Do you get what I mean?
Oh mate, maybe they had that. I don't know, because you know, I hated that job. So,
so yeah, that was all right. And then when I was older, I applied. My first job that I like actually filled in an application form for was WH Smith. I worked in the WH Smith in Peckham, mate.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell a lie. I didn't even fill in the application form. I went to the job fair like the day before. And the guy was just feeling me and was like, "Yeah, you can start tomorrow."
Okay.
I don't think I filled out application forms, mate. I always seem to.
Wait, you just get signed up by all the big companies, don't you?
Something like that.
W.A. Smith is like, yeah, hey, you got something. I think you can really sell a fountain pen.
Exactly. You can talk up this Parker pen for sure. Parker pen stamps. And bottles of 7-Up for no reason.
Mate, W.H. Smith, man. Yeah. I haven't been there for a while.
No, I don't even know if they exist, mate.
I remember we got, I know this is very, but we got kicked out of one. Do you remember when we were kids, Zach?
Do I remember?
What? Yeah, because we were just reading the magazines and they all, you know, they started telling us to leave.
What was this? Oh yeah, I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we're being a bit too noisy. And imagine, and a few years later, you went and worked, traitor.
All right, I didn't know there was a vendetta, mate.
Yeah,
it informed me of the vendetta. I wouldn't have taken the job.
Okay.
Or I would have taken the job and I would have brought them down from the inside.
Didn't you do something like piercing ears or something?
Yeah, mate, I've had so many jobs.
Something like that. Is that
Yeah, I
you?
used to do that as well. So I used to pierce
Yeah.
people's ears.
Was that a full-time thing then? Would you just,
Um,
or did you do other stuff in that?
I think I
Like,
left from WH Smith to go and do that. You know.
but during that day, did you do other things as well?
Yeah, it
Is
was
it
only
just
when people
purely,
were coming in to bloody get their ears pierced. Apart from
and that
that,
was it?
yeah, no. Apart from that, we were just selling all the other crap in the shop. But
Oh,
yeah,
there was other stuff as
yeah.
well.
But ear piercing was quite popular, so yeah,
Yeah.
I was the guy to do it.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah, that was enjoyable, mate. We had a few instances, mate. You know, smelling salts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we always had that in the bottom drawer. And I'd ask them, what
Right.
is this for? And they were like, no, sometimes people faint. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Why is anyone going to faint off of this little oxy needle going into your ear and all of this kind of stuff?
Needles, man.
Mate, the first time that somebody fainted while I was trying to do the job, mate, I couldn't believe what was
Yeah.
happening. It was like some comedy show where she was like, oh, I don't feel well. I think I might faint. And I was like, no, I know the routine. I know what to do. I turned around to get the thing out of the drawer. Mate, by the time I turned around, she was like 10 centimeters from smashing into the floor. So it was way too late.
Oh
She
no.
just fainted off of the high chair, off of the stool, into the floor. And from there, yeah, I had to like revive her.
Oh, so you got the smelling salts out?
Yeah, they worked, man. They worked magical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't realize how potent they were.
Oh
They're
yeah,
magical, mate.
they're really bad. um, okay, that's quite an interesting.
Yeah, so look, I had all of them jobs by the time I got to sixth form.
Yeah,
Yeah, so what's that? Like 16, 17.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I was looking at weird jobs because now we've got our professions. That's all good. But sometimes you do get some weird first jobs, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Mine was my first ever job was a football steward, and I
Oh, for
only
real? That was your first one?
I only did that though because I thought it sounded cool.
You thought there would be more football involved, didn't you?
No, I thought it just sounded cool, like just to watch football. And then the guy who told me about it, who's a listener, so
Oh, yeah.
you know who you are, you bastard. But yeah, he was like, yeah, it's cool. You just watch the game. So he worked in like nice stadiums, and
Yeah.
my first two stadiums were Millwall
Oh, for real?
and Charlton. So
Yeah.
not the greatest, yeah. And
That's
I just,
cool.
I just remember with Millwall. For those who don't know about them, they've got quite a bad reputation anyway. But it was like being a school teacher in a really disruptive class.
Yeah. As in
Because
no
it was
order whatsoever.
no order, and then it was just like, and at the time I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to go up, tell these big guys. And then what we had to do was tell our supervisor, if something was like dangerous or something like that.
And the
And our supervisor was I was 16, our supervisor about 17.
Yeah.
And he had all the spots on his face, and and I remember one time, I think some fans were standing up,
Yeah.
or they're all standing in the same area. They weren't where their seats were, and this like 17-year-old had to go to them and be like, "Can you all sit down, please?" And they all just looked at it and went, "F off, go back to school."
Of course.
And then he just went, "Okay," and then he just went and he left. And I was there, right? I was right there, and I was like, "There's no way I'm getting involved."
Yeah, mate, they don't pay you anywhere near enough.
It was really bad. Yeah, I think it was
that.
about £4 something.
And at the same time, look, these guys are there for the football. They've been going to football for like 20, 30 years. You only had your little course on being a steward last week. So you can't turn up and start running. You can't start running things. They probably don't even see the stewards at all. They just see some floating fluorescent high-vis jacket. and that's
Yeah.
all. They don't pay no attention.
Like, yeah, show me to my seat, and
Exactly.
that's it. Yeah, I was in my first ever gig. I was at the top, and I saw these fans, and they had some coins, and
they were throwing the
unfortunately,
coins.
this woman in front, she's quite a big woman.
Yeah.
She was leant forward, and she was exposing the crack of her bottom.
Yeah.
And I was witnessing this. These lads behind her were trying to place coins in the crack without getting noticed.
No, but hold on. When you say place, that sounds like they're right behind her.
Yeah, right behind her. That's what I mean. That's what I said.
I thought they were trying to throw it in from far away or something.
No, she was in front of him. I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were doing that, and I was just like, oh, I'm not a teacher. I'm not going to get him. I'm not going to get involved in that.
Exactly.
Just look the other way.
And let it happen.
I think she would have brought home quite a lot of money from that day. From what I remember. Bonus,
Mate, this is like some really, really low level, entry level stripping.
No, it was. You don't get the same excitement out of that.
Oh, for real, but mate, you get your money's worth. You know.
Yeah. But and then you have to go to the pitch, and it's really cold. By the way, it's so cold.
Yeah.
You have to walk on the pitch, and then I remember the first time I was working at Millwall, for no reason, we were just all the stewards were just around the pitch, so the fans couldn't run on, and these little kids just started swearing at me, and they were Millwall fans, and I'm working, at Millwall. Just swearing, going, just because, they're just nice like that.
Exactly. Mate, Millwall's down the road from me, and it's kind of like, I wouldn't expect anything less. That's kind of the feeling. That's what they're going there to do. All right, boys, so this is lesson 7 out of 452 on how to be a lout. Today we're doing swearing. As many different swear words as you can in quick succession at anybody you've never seen before. Mate, that's I know community spirit right there.
I know you'd expect people would expect that if they know Millwall, they'll be like, "Well, what do you expect?" That kind of thing. But it wasn't all like. Well, I say they're not all like that, but the ones that I saw were like that. So I can't.
They're not all like
sure
that.
They're not all like that.
No, they're not all like that, but all the ones I saw.
Were like that. But with this company, you got to go to
different
Charlton, QPR. QPR was sharing with Wasps rugby. I didn't get to do that, but my friend did.
Okay.
Do that.
Hey, I was gonna ask. Did they have the rule back then of I think at least nowadays stewards aren't meant to be watching the game; they're meant to be watching the crowd. So have your back to the game. Was it like that back then?
Yeah. Oh no, it was back then. It is still now, but at the time I was on the top, so I was looking down.
You were meant to be looking at the pitch.
But when I went to the pitch, you look at the fans. That's when I was shouted abuse. When abuse was shouted at me. You are supposed to just look at the fans.
Yeah.
That's what you're just supposed to do.
Okay.
That was an interesting one. That didn't last too long, I've got to say. But yeah, you could also do concerts and go to the Barbican and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was quite a good gig, I think. If
at least it ends up being like different things and different venues on a regular basis.
Yeah, and you're 16 and it's a bit of money, and it's all right. Yeah. Right. So have you ever had any weird jobs, then, Zach?
Any weird jobs? I don't really think so, mate. I think that's like the jobs can get weird and different things can happen. When I was working like in retail, when I went uni, I just transferred to like a local store and stuff like this. So it's like same thing, smaller community, smaller staff. Had to chase some people out with baseball bats sometimes for trying to steal from the shop.
Really?
All of these kind of things.
What was it, like corner shops?
Nah, mate. This was bloody Tesco, mate. So
Where you getting your baseball bats from?